What is going on? LoBlast assembled. Oh, this video you're about to see was supposed to be released a year ago. The video got just a little too big. So I've come back to it recently. Gonna split it into two parts. Obviously GunTneR shipped like over 200 packages out the door. Big ups to my family for helping me with that. I still have a bunch of these mailers, but I have upgraded. These are cooler, I think. The first part is me troubleshooting the PCBs that I designed and hand soldered. Also, currently I'm running a Patreon for this thing. Thanks for a lot of help. So 2 months ago, I was having production issues, so we're gonna start there. I totally goofed, and these chips are all not what they should be. These are not character ROMs. These are all 00 ID'd title screen. The chip on this board is one of those chips, and there it is. But one of the things I've learned about these chips, at the bit level, they're all set to 0 when you buy them, and then you only write ones. And you can keep writing ones all you want until every one is filled, but you know that's not what you want to make your game work. So with that in mind, here is half, well, this is all of the graphics in GunTneR, and this is the second half that I use for the background. And you can see we've got a 16 by 16 grid of patterns that get used as tiles in the background, and here is our row of hex digits 0 through F. Bytes can be broken down in half, and they are referred to as nibbles. When you do that, you have a high 4 bits and a low 4 bits. So the high 4 bits decide which row you're looking at, and the low 4 bits decide which column. And so because we have 0 and it's on this row, the bits are set for the row. That's fine. And we can just add the bits we need for the column, which means we can quote unquote reprogram the chip, or actually just fill in the missing ones that will raise the 0 to whatever value we want here. All right, so now I have removed this chip from this board, and we're going to program it with the next one in sequence, which is number 60 in hex, which is 96 decimal. There it goes. Actually, it takes a little while to do all 64K on the chip, which is funny because my game only uses 16K, but you just fill up the chip because why not? Now we've got the updated chip in the Nintendo here, and there it is, 60. And that's super cool because otherwise I would just be throwing all these chips out because they're redundant. But because I made a handy accident, we can fix it. Here's the chips I have left to program, and these are all the duds. They're it's like 1 in 20, I think, just don't work. And that's kind of interesting because these are all what do they call it, relabeled. I don't know. I don't understand where they salvage these things from. And I think even a handful of these have stuff written on them, but most of them just pins are unresponsive. Don't just give up on chips. Wiggle them around in the programmer a few times before you really prove that they are not programmable. So here's that chip ready to go, and then we got this paint marker on here. I put it in the breadboard so I wouldn't bend any pins when I put pressure on it, and we just grind it with some sandpaper until it's gone. Yeah, so that came off pretty well. Just put more marker on it. It's fine. It's fine. We know what it is. I'm feeling fortunate that I made the mistake I did because it's so easy to fix instead of just I think it was 8 chips I ruined, but they're not ruined. We fixed them, or I'm about to fix them. Burn, burn, burn! And then like a big dummy, instead of following 69 with 6A, I went straight to 70. It's more sandpaper town for me. Ooh. Right, so that's a pretty cute problem to have, easy solve. Although later I talked to some other folks and read the data sheet, and it says everything's a ones and all you can do is remove ones, which is the opposite of what that experience was. But I still managed to fix those 8 chips. Regardless of how it actually works, I would have moved on if I didn't have that fix. So next up is another issue I had, and man, it's like right when I was just gonna work hard all weekend to produce 100 hand soldered PCBs so I could ship the following week. But oh my gosh, you're still with me? I started a Patreon for my new LoBlast YouTube channel. If you want your name in the first video, go to the description. There's too many links. Like and subscribe. I edited it down. It was over 10 minutes long. Let's go. So these boards, these all do the flashy thing. They're bad. And then these boards, these ones just flat out don't work, and that's fine. You know, I was expecting to have a few of those, but these can be fixed. So I'm looking at this. This is Balloon Fight. This is the 4th revision of the NROM 128. I have my personal one is the 2nd. You'll notice that it's missing this giant capacitor right here, but it's got that one, this guy, and that's an axial, and it looks like a resistor because it's got the color bands. So I'm trying to use this thing, and it's telling me it's 18 nanofarad, which is just ridiculous. There's no way that's what it is. So I wish I had a meter that could measure what that is. Whatever. But here's what happens when your capacitor is weak ass. We've been here before for various reasons. I tried out the 22 microfarad capacitor because that's just what Nintendo put on all their boards once they decided that they should put a more capacitance for their power decoupling. Just because it works in your Nintendo, it might not work in everyone else's. So the 2200 is electrolytic, and that is not the aesthetic I'm going for. As you can see, there's a very certain aesthetic I'm going for. So here, this is 560 nanofarad. Now, these are all 100s. And as I understand it, now in hindsight, that I've done a bunch of research this evening, that's plenty for this guy. And this is the guy that's tweaking out. But there's 2 other larger guys on the board. So I think it's a triple threat. And I have a single doojobby. So this is a 560. So that's 5.6 times stronger. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. We should probably solder that up, right? So it's really gorgeous. As we can see here, that didn't fix anything. It's still blinky McBlinky. I have been having more success when I program these things 5 or more times before I mount them. I don't know what that's about. So there might be multiple points of fault here. Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna put one of these on here. Did I do it? I don't know. Maybe I could fit 80 capacitors in here instead of 3. Ooh, let's see what happens here. There we go. Oh, that's Oof. Seriously though, when I reprogram, I don't know, these are all soldered already, but I have this socketed board here that I've been testing stuff on, and my tests initially weren't thorough enough, so this is I don't know. I love this Frankenstein monster I've made, but we got to try one more thing. Let's just eliminate all possibilities. It works, right? Okay, there it is. 22 microfarad going in. That's it. How come the parallel doesn't work? I've had a lot of advice from many different parties at this point. So, a couple of things. The 22 microfarad capacitor that's on the boards of the later cartridges, and by later I mean like starting on year 2, are for the whole board. It's a general component to balance the power for everything. And the 100 nanofarads are supposed to be tied individually to each chip. And apparently my leads, the long legs here, have inductance that are fighting the functionality of the actual capacitor. So this is the board I just had in there. We're going to shorten the leads and see if we get a better performance. All right, it's in there. Let's see what happens. This is fun. We get to wait every time. That's working much better. So I'm gonna leave this on for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. See if it starts breaking. I mean, that's a fix. That's cool. Cutting it and resoldering it is gonna be kind of ugly, but it's easier than desoldering it and clearing the holes. It's been running for I don't know, 20 minutes. Not a problem. Also, can you even see this? Oh, it does. Oh, look at that. Oh, I can get a better video of that. And because I don't want to ship junk. That's stupid to ship junk. So,
and this is where the story gets confused, and we have to wait for part 2. But the moral of the story is long leads on your components act as antenna for noise. And the whole purpose of this thing is to smooth the noise. Whoops. Something part 2. The second part, which will be a separate video from this one, is you know, how we actually got to having 5 different GunTneR boxes. It was a big adventure, including journeys to conventions and shenanigans, whatnot.
oh, that's an interesting, fun crash. Yeesh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.